YouTube, my super cool YouTube. It's all about us, yeah, it's all about us. Hi,
Hello,
I'm Kelly,
and I'm Crystal.
and we are falling into 40.
Yay!
Woo, welcome back.
If this is your first time here, welcome in general. If you like what you see today, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. We post every Wednesday.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
last week,
Mm-hmm.
we were discussing that we think we apologize too much. We weren't sure if that's because we were Canadian, because we are women, or just because we are Kelly and Crystal, and maybe we apologize too much.
Yeah.
So this week we're following up on that.
We are the little challenge that we set for ourselves.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. So we thought we should look into why excessive apologizing is like bad for you. So we discovered that there tends to be 4 kinds of apologies.
Mhm.
So you've got your reflexive apology, which is essentially just like a verbal tick.
Yeah.
So it's just like your immediate reaction to something when you feel like you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're immediately trying to restore the balance in that relationship. So it's like you bump into someone and you say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even
It's
though
sort of like replacing the word oops. Like
Yeah.
oops might be better.
Yes, it's definitely an oops, sorry. Assertive apologies, which essentially is not really an apology at all. When you add I'm sorry or sorry into an assertive apology, it's because you're trying to soften what you're asking for.
Okay.
So the best example I found for that was if you take your car to a mechanic and they do an oil change and then they tell you the price is $89.99 because we gave you the synthetic oil, and you say like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't ask for that oil.
Mm.
Do you think I should have to pay for that oil? And it's like, you're not sorry.
No.
They should be sorry. But you're like trying to assert what you want, so you're softening it to maintain the relationship so that you're not perceived as being rude.
Yeah.
Even though you're not being rude.
Definitely guilty
not.
of that one. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Mhm.
The other one, number 3, is blame reversing. So blame reversing is, again, not at all an apology.
No.
No, that one is honestly worse than no apology at all,
Oh.
because you're essentially just trying to turn it around on the other person.
Oh.
So you're basically saying, sorry, but it's not my fault because of this.
My 6-year-old does that. I don't like it.
None of us like it.
No, he's had that lesson many times that it's not okay. He's to shift the blame. You just accept
Yes.
it, apologize, and move on.
I never understand that about people. It drives me bananas. It's like my biggest pet peeve. I'm
Yeah.
like, if you do something wrong, that's fine. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yes.
Just own it and move on.
Fix
Don't
it.
be like, this is why it's not my fault,
Mhm.
because it still is your fault. Now you just sound like an ass.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the other apology is the genuine apology.
Okay.
So it's honest, it's heartfelt, and you're genuinely looking to make reparation for whatever has happened.
Okay.
Whether it be something small like I stabbed Kelly in the face today
With her fingernail.
with my Coke nail. That's what I call it. It's funny. It's not real. I don't do cocaine. But yeah, I stabbed her in the face tonight trying to hug her baby. So I apologize for that, because it was a real apology.
That was genuine.
Yesterday,
yes, it
I
was.
think you hit me or something. Not on purpose, but it was like my hand, and you were like, oh my gosh, I should really apologize for that, because like I hit you hard. And I was like, yeah, these are the times when it's real, because you're like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you.
Exactly.
Genuine.
Mm-hmm. So like those are the types of apologies. But then you need to kind of understand why do we think it's actually bad to apologize to the extent that we believe we do. So first of all, it basically undermines your authority, more in the workplace than anything. But if you say that word sorry often enough, people start to believe that you are guilty perhaps of making multiple mistakes, that it's just shrinking you, right? It's minimizing you and your contributions. And then there's this study that said that women feel like they make more mistakes, which I can see because women spend a lot of time thinking. We have many thoughts floating around in our heads. Not to say that men don't think, but I feel that society tells us that men are
Yeah.
less in there than we are.
That's true.
So combine the fact that we're always thinking with the fact that we say sorry more than men. Like, of course, we feel like we make a lot of mistakes, and that's being perceived by the people that you work with every day, that they think you do make those mistakes, and they're not like walking around saying like, oh, she's terrible. She does make mistakes all the time. I think it's just this subtle subconscious thing going on, that you are capable of making more mistakes, and maybe you're not strong enough to do a larger task that could be assigned to you. And then the other problem with that is that it lessens the power of your apologies. So if you say them too much,
that makes sense.
It's the boy who cried wolf. If you say sorry too much when you actually really need to mean it, and you feel bad for something, it seems less genuine.
Yeah. So our results for the week.
Yes. So
All right.
7 days later.
7 days later, we started this last week.
We logged it in our phone.
Yeah. We did. It was amusing. So Kelly, how many did you have over the 7 days?
I had 13.
That's a lot for you.
Is it a lot for me? It seems like so little, because basically that's 2 a day. Like that's pretty tiny.
It's math I can't do. Sorry.
It's a little bit less than
I just apologize now for not knowing how to average that out.
But I mean, to put it in perspective, like I see my children, I see Crystal, I see my husband, I see the boys' teacher.
So who were your typical apologies?
Mostly you.
Mostly me.
Yeah, I apologized to my baby a few times. Like whenever he got hurt, I just felt bad, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." And then to Crystal, like most of the time it was silly stuff. Like the best one was she asked if she could help in the kitchen, and I said, "Oh no, sorry." Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have work for you to do." What? She's like, "Yes, I don't have to do anything." But I'm apologizing to her.
Yeah. No, we did. Yeah, definitely silly things.
Yeah. And you had how many?
I had 25, which honestly I thought it was going to be much more.
Yeah, me too.
But I've recently taken a little bit of a stance at work lately where I don't apologize for stuff anymore.
Yeah.
That is not my fault.
No.
Or because no. Yeah, so typically I find myself over apologizing in like social situations, like to strangers and you.
Yeah. So pull up your log of Friday morning.
So I took Friday off and found that most of my apologies that day were directed to Kelly because we spent that day together. So at 8:30 a.m. I apologized to Kelly for forgetting to take a piece of mail. At 10 to 10, I apologized to Kelly for her missing directions. At 1:30, I apologized to Kelly for misunderstanding some directions. At 3:45, I apologized to Kelly for yelling at her kids for punching each other.
Warranted.
At 4 p.m., I apologized to Kelly because I stayed in the car when there was a loose dog at the park.
She's afraid of dogs. That's fine.
And at 5 p.m., I apologized to Kelly for her having done so much driving all day.
Which I elected to do, and also we had to shuttle my children around, so I had to do the driving. My van holds my children.
But I still felt bad.
Oh, Crystal.
Oh, me.
It's the thing that they say, that she apologizes for taking up space in the world.
It's true.
In social situations.
It's true. I feel like for me, like sometimes I never want to be in anyone's way. I never want to be like a burden. I never want to be intrusive. Like I don't want to intrude ever. So I'm always, if I feel ever like I don't know, like if I'm in the way, if I ever feel like I'm in the way, I just apologize.
So how do we quit? Or not quit, but how do we do a little bit less?
Yeah.
Be more intentional with those apologies. Be genuine.
Yes.
How do we quit?
How do we do that?
Well, step 1 was to document it.
Mm-hmm.
So we've done that.
Determine your like triggers kind of.
So you're self-aware of why you're doing this.
That.
And then one of the tricks is to replace "I'm sorry" with words like "unfortunately," so
right. Or "thank you."
Yes.
Yes.
Like the classic one is instead of saying "oh, sorry, I'm late," it's "thank you for waiting for me."
Yes.
And then using "please." So
mm-hmm.
like when you go to the mechanic, Instead of, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
you did this and I didn't want that.
Yeah, you just
That's-
say,
do
please
you
don't
think
charge
you
me
could-
for that oil.
You could maybe please, not do that.
Yeah. Please charge me for regular oil.
Yeah, and then going in line with self-awareness is to realize that it's outside of your control
Mm-hmm.
and that your words don't really fix problems.
No, they don't. They can't.
About
I feel like we should reserve our
Yeah.
apologies for the things.
Make them matter.
Yeah, for the things that matter.
Make them
so
count.
if I stab Kelly, I say sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except like, she should then pay for my plastic surgery or
Exactly.
like really make reparations. Okay.
Yes.
Your words don't matter. You gotta fix the problem.
Yes, fix the problem. Throw some money at it. I'm good at that.
So, we did ask you last week to leave the ridiculous things that you've apologized for.
Yes. Yeah.
Continue doing that.
Yes, please do. Please let us know the silly things. Now that you've heard some of our ridiculous ones.
Yeah.
Like, please let us know.
And let us know if you think that our numbers are low or high.
Mhm.
If you think yours would be higher.
Yeah, or if you think it would be low because you just don't care and you're like, I never say sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't.
Maybe
And
don't live your life.
Do you think the people who don't say sorry are bitches?
Do you? Sometimes I think people should apologize more.
Yeah.
I have determined that in my
Is
life.
it all men or just not all men? No.
It's not all men. It's mostly men. Where I'm like, like you probably should have said sorry for that.
Yeah. Yeah. When you make a mistake,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if you can't fix it, apologize for it.
Apologize.
If you
for
can
it.
fix it, guys.
Yeah. Also, sometimes like it's really funny because some of them I feel like the reflexive one can work on occasion in that manner because sometimes like you just need to restore the balance.
Yes.
And just like repair. So just say sorry. Like if you do something shitty and then you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Just say sorry.
Yeah.
Most people will be fine with that.
Yeah. If you do accidentally bump into someone, I feel like sorry
Yeah.
is the appropriate word
Yes,
there.
yes. Because accident or not, I still feel bad if I like stepped on you or
Yeah.
knocked you into a pole. I don't know. I have a big butt. But yeah.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, apologies, man.
They're big. So yeah, enjoy our mugs.
So Canada.
Canada, yay. We're sorry.
We're so sorry.
Thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yep. With lots of fun new content.
Bye.
Oh my god, sorry.